Hey YouTubers, Redneck Brian here. As you can see, I have this thing partially torn down. I'm doing what I call my assessment process. That's actually the front drive belt. I was told right from the get-go it needs a belt. The back belt's still there, it's still okay. But the front belt's obviously destroyed, it's cut in half, ripped in half. I may have one in that belt pile there, or the one on the other tractor should fit. The underside's not in horrible shape. Transmission looks good. I believe I figured out the shift pattern. You can go left, or basically, left when you're sitting on it. And you go down and go just underneath it left as well. So up, left, down, left. Then you can go right as well, which is also in gear. So that's out of gear right now. So that's probably low range. Go out, up, and over. Over is probably high range, and that would be reverse. That's that's what I imagine its setup is. Since I don't have that cover, and mine will obviously not fit unless I cut a hole in the middle of it. Just let it go through its movements and find some sort of a boot to fit over it. That would work as well. Other than that, that's really the only part that's missing on here. Let me show you the deck. This deck is pretty sad. It's a 3-blade deck. The outside of it's not horrible, but as you can see from the underside, it's pretty well shot. All 3 spindles are gone, are shot. They're all seized up. You can move a little wee bit, but heck, if you were to engage this thing with mower running, it would just smoke like it would just smoke like crazy. It's a dual belt setup, but the deck is too far gone. It's not worth it to fix. So as you can see, I got the different tires, small tires on the front. They're from the Craftsman. So it's looking like I don't think I'm gonna be scrapping this one. The other one most likely will be scrapped. I just gotta make this thing drive and check out the transmission. Make sure that transmission is okay still. That's the main thing I gotta do right now. To see if that transmission's good, and if it is, we're good to go. The motor, as you know, is good. It's not pressure lubed, which I don't really care about. It's not a huge deal to me to have it pressure lubed, but it's not a huge deal. So with this, I do like this one. It's much heavier duty. It has like 1.5 inch axles on it. The axles on it are huge. They're really thick. Still got the battery on charge. It is taking a charge, which is another good thing about this. So, with the other one, the rear end's gone in it. That would be work to put a rear end in. I do got the rear end. I still owe money on the rear end, which isn't a huge deal. I'll just hold on to it. Maybe my parts guy might want to buy it, and that's pretty much it. Or I'll just hold on to it for, who knows, never know, for future projects. So if this for now, this one will be the one turned into a racer, or my stepdad was saying a pulling tractor, which would be actually kind of cool to have. The front end on this one, the main part of the front end right there, that's in really good shape. It's in a lot better shape than mine, but rest of it is junk. The rest of the hood is pretty much junk. The top of the hood's really rusty. The sides aren't horrible. I might actually just keep the sides and then just replace the top of the hood, and maybe keep the side pieces as well from the other one. Other than that, it's not horrible. It's like there's rust. There's rust. How Pisser would say, rust. The battery box is a little bit gone. I just noticed that it's a little bit rusty and crispy in there, but that could be just the paint peeling, chipping off as well, which I think it is. This thing did sit for quite a while. That's why I mainly gotta get it moving, so I can test that rear end out. I believe one of these belts, possibly this one right here, is a front belt for an MTD. I remember I picked one up, but I never used it. So hopefully I do have one, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But worst comes to worst, I do have the other one, which is okay. I like this one more. That's why I jumped on this one. I originally wanted the other one that the guy was selling, mainly for the parts engine, but since this engine's good, and for what I paid for it, I basically paid the same price I would have paid for a similar engine in the same conditions. So yeah, that's not too bad. So let me show you the transmission a little bit more. Look how big those axles are. Those are absolutely huge axles on this thing. And there's no signs of leaks. The seals feel okay. There's no noise in it when we're pushing it, so. And everything's the same on each side. When you look back at it, nothing's bent. It's not bent at all, which is a good thing. That's pretty much it for this one, or it for now. Don't want to start it up back here. So if I do decide to attempt to drive it, I'm going to push it out front. I gotta put the seat pan back on. Actually, hold back half of it back together, because this here just it's spring loaded, as you can see. So yeah, I gotta put that back on at first, and I can attempt to take it for a spin. Hopefully, the gas tank's just sitting off to the side. It was easy enough to unhook its heck. It's almost completely full. So that's another score. Almost a full tank of gas. And that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to everyone later, and bye for now.